And we're alive, according to the Rumble stream notification. Welcome. There's nobody here. Um, so maybe I'll join. Um, I'm not available. I'm not available in my feed. How about if I click on live? Nope, I'm not available. How the hell is it that I'm live on Rumble, but there's nothing there for me to see? So I guess I couldn't have any of you here if I'm not here, right? See, I have a second device. Um, so well, I'll see about ScrewTube. I got no notification on ScrewTube. No notification. I go to my channel. Hey, we got something here. I'll see about ScrewTube. All right. We're live on ScrewTube. No notification on ScrewTube. Have good audio. Picture quality sucks. I'll give it a thumbs up simply because it's there. All right, back over to Rumble. Oh, looks like maybe. Hey, got a notification from Rumble. And let's see what we get. Yeah, we got shitty video. How's the audio? Hey, got a notification from Rumble. All right. And sounds like the audio is good. So that's what's important, right? I'm nothing to look at. I think there's an option for me to simply have a background. I'll have to check on that. That might be a better way to go, you know. But I have a lot to say. How do I want to say it? That's my issue at the moment. So first, I'll talk about health. The American people have been obsessed with good health, having good health, having better health. They buy gym memberships. They work out. They watch what they eat. And yet people are sick. We've never had a sicker society from my position in my lifetime. And morally bankrupt, physically sick, spiritually sick, morally bankrupt. Sometimes it's hard to tell if that's jet traffic or road traffic. At this point, I still can't tell what that is. I'm thinking that's jet traffic. So, health. I have recovered from 40 chronic conditions. 40 without a doctor, without a chiropractor, without a masseuse. 40. 40 chronic conditions gone. And who wants to talk with me about health? Anybody? I am so isolated. Occasionally, I get to have a conversation, but my phone's not ringing. Um, People aren't asking questions, and um, there's a few reasons for that. Um, but they're not good reasons from my position. Temperatures are warming up, 70 degrees. Time for me to take this flannel off. And it feels better. It's a nice cool 70 degrees. Comfortable, cool. So, why? Why, oh, why, oh, why do you care? Do you care about your health? I think you do. Um, so what's the problem? How come not one podcaster all these years, not one podcaster with any um, type of audience? There has been a couple of one times of influencer or podcaster that virtually has an audience about like mine, close to zero. Um, so, how come the educators, the truthers, the patriots run, hide, refuse to participate in a public conversation with me? What about the First Amendment auditors? Where the hell are they? Uh, they're, they're not going to do it. Fear, 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 fear. Of what? An old man? Huh? All you big, brave, macho men? You're afraid of an old man? Get the fuck out of here, pestilence. Um, that was some kind of flying buzz, buzz, buzz. I don't know what it was, but it was right in my face. All you patriots, all you health nuts, all you cannabis people. Uh, where the hell is everybody? Anybody? Um, People think they want their freedom. They think they want to be healthy. Uh, they think they want some truth, but I keep bringing it and bringing it and bringing it, and my isolation stays the same. It can't really get worse than it is. Um, I mean, I suppose it could because I have the slightest little bit of interaction, but it is so close to zero that I don't even know if it gets to a one, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10. I don't know that it even gets to a one. There maybe be 0.0001 or something, maybe. I don't know. And so in my last talk, I explained some things and I got some comments. And the people in the comments, they either didn't hear what I said or decided that they know better than me, right? Um, I mean, I explained my situation of being bone on bone and decades of movement that's not full range. So muscles tighten, ligaments tighten, and all this kind of stuff, right? And the comment I get, um, well, knee pain is generally from a foot problem. So um, I think somebody missed something or didn't hear something or like that. And so it's nice to have the interaction, and I should see if I have the comments. It looks like four people here. Four people here. So all right, live chat. No comments. They the comments that come in will be shared Rumble and YouTube. So four people here, welcome. I think I'm one of them. Um, so here in the last couple of months, I've done some things, and I'm experiencing incredible. I'm hearing jet thunder, but it's distant. Um, I don't know if the mic's picking that up. Um, Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, after uh, recovering from 40 chronic conditions, I'm having this amazing health um, continuance. Uh, I am walking so close to normal, complete stride, complete range of motion of all the joints, the from the toes to the arch to the ankle to the knee to the hip to the spine up to the shoulders and the neck when I'm walking. Um, and it feels good. I'm still dealing with pain, and that doesn't feel good. But to have the ability to have that full range of motion and the limp is gone, and I'm watching my knee change to be to look like it should, more like it should. definition, the puffiness that takes away the definition is going away, and so it's to me this is such a blessing, and then these age spots crusting up and peeling off. Um, I think five, maybe six age spots gone, and that's Jet Thunder, and it's staying steady. I uh, I would like to have a video editing program that I could use to piece these videos together, not the lives, but the sky events, because there's a lot of short, um, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 2 minutes. I mean, a long one would be 7, 8 minutes, and 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 they happen fast. Um, and so there's detail. There is notable notable information that I could add after the fact. Um, it's these sky events in most cases require real fast action. Um, otherwise, I'll miss them. And and what I have captured here in the last couple of months is several birds that you can see the markings, you can see the colors, you can see the birds clearly, and they're nothing that we know. Um, and you could go search international, all the known brands internationally. I can't find them, and nobody has come to me to say, "Oh, this is Sweden Airlines," or this is Tokyo Airline, or something like that. And many of these birds are obviously military. Um, obviously military, and and some of the many of the flyovers are obviously military. When it's a fingers four flyover, sometimes referred to as four fingers, but fingers four is the proper term to the best of my investigating on this. Um, and the fingers, and then the Vic is a precursor. The Vic is a precursor to the fingers four, and I got that. I captured that, and that is more than a simple military flyover. That Vic was more than a simple military flyover. Why? Because of the trails. Those birds were dropping trails. And they're not in line with each other, right? They're not. That's not how a Vic is. They're not all in line. No, one, then another, and they're dropping trails, and then the trails disappear from the sky, gone, except directly over my head. There's 3 trails, and they're side by side, side by side. That's sophistication. So that's far more than simply a military flyover. That's a sophisticated military flyover. And so ask yourself why. Ask yourself the question, why? Now, we are living in a time of stupidity, um, true stupidity. Um, all of us have been lied to about virtually everything our entire life. And this makes it very difficult for anybody searching for the truth because you dig through the old records, you dig through the old stories, you dig through the his story, history, and you're going down this path and that path, and you're studying, and you come across this and you come across that, and you go, holy shit. And then you want to stand on it, but it's a fucking lie too. That's a lie. This is every motherfucking thing they have contorted, twisted, and deceived. But you get people study, and now they know. They know, and they're certain because they did the research and they did the study. But they studied fiction. But you can't tell them that because they know too much. And this is what makes them stupid. They're stupid because they know too much. They're stupid because they're certain. They're stupid because they did the research and they know. But they don't know. And so, really, you got to keep asking the question. So, I'm going to ask you, why am I getting the attention that I get here? I'm going to post 10 or 11 videos from yesterday. And these happened in a 2-hour period. Starting early in the 7 o'clock hour. And some of these are definitely on cue. However, I maybe didn't talk about that. Why? Because lots of reasons. All of a sudden, I know I got to pick up the phone, I got to open up the camera, I got to get the video, I got to start the video, and then I got to focus on what it is I'm trying to record, right? And so maybe I don't have time to look at the time and analyze. Is there a timestamp in this com? And then like what happened last night between the hours of 7 and 9 o'clock, that caused me to record 10 videos. A couple of times I hit the end button and it's a few seconds later and a few minutes later and I'm hitting the start button again because there's a change in the Sky event. Maybe it's not a new Sky event, it's the old Sky event, but there's a change or there's an addition. So I'm going to post those videos. I put them on Telegram today. On my Telegram channel, they're straight videos. I'm not going to put them on YouTube because YouTube is very, very unfriendly for uploading. Takes such a long time. I'm not going to upload them. So you on YouTube, if you want to see them, you can check out Rumble or Telegram. I'm going to turn the camera around. We got something happening. Oh, yeah. You should be able to see that. That bird is low. I wish I could zoom. Look how low that bird is. All right. And I had one. Oh, maybe with the grainy screen, you're not going to see it. Flip this camera back around again. There. Now you get to look at my ugly mug. Now, what's going on with these flybys and flyovers? Now, my guess is that that bird is coming in for a landing at the FEMA camp in Oscoda or Camp Grayling over in Crawford County. That's my guess. Because time and time again, we see them come in from the south to the north, clear the landing zone, clear the sovereign military landing zone, bank left and head west, and they're not climbing. So to me, that's circling on around and heading back over in that direction. Now, sometimes they come out of the south like that, and they're picking up speed and they're climbing, and that makes me think they have left the FEMA camp or they have left Camp Grayling, and before they get on to where they're going, they come by here to drop a comm. So that what happened here a minute ago with that bird was kind of a yawner, right? Yawn, right? It's a yawner. But why is that bird there? You see, this is new. This is new. This is not something that's been going on year after year after year. In fact, it hasn't even that what we just saw there, that has not been going on for 2 years. This is something that's that kind of flyby is maybe 6 months or less. Not because of the height or it's because of the trajectory and the height and the location. Now, what happened a little bit earlier I got the wrong phone to show you. What happened a little bit earlier today is I got notice. I got notice. Um, Loud incoming, and I well, I was in a little bit of a compromised position because I was on the toilet, and at any rate, I took care of business. I moved real fast, and I captured this. And this one was a direct flyover, right straight up over my head, slow and low. Um, and why? Why? Why am I getting the attention that I'm getting now? Some people are convinced that it's bad, that it's the deep state, and there's nothing good about what's happening over here. There are people that are convinced of that. Now, why? Ask yourself why. How, how do I rate? I, I have no file. I have a following that could be considered nothing. Not that okay. There's 6 people here. I'm not discrediting you in any way with that statement. There's not 1,000 people here. There's not 5,000 people here. There's not 10,000 people here. This video probably won't see 100 views. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm from that standpoint, I am a nothing. Oh, I'm going to turn it around. We got something happening. Oh, yeah. Right over my head. Right over my head right now. This guy is low. Right over my head. Oh, he's low. And I think even in the greeny, you're going to see that. All right. So why? Okay, that's bad, right? That's bad. That's the cabal, Ethan. They're threatening you. They're threatening you, Ethan. It's bad. It's bad. There's nothing good about that, Ethan. If I am such a nothing, which I am, when it comes to followers or anyone that would stand with me or anyone that would want to interact with me or act with me, I'm a nothing. So why the hell did that happen? In the short time, okay, we're 34 minutes, and you've seen 2. Why is it bad? Why, if if it's bad and and it's being cast on me, why? Ask yourself why. I'm gonna go grab my tobacco. I didn't bring it with me, and I didn't expect to be here this long, but I think I'm gonna be here a little bit longer, and I'm gonna exercise my lungs. So 7 people here. That's beautiful. Love y'all. I'm gonna grab my tobacco. So why was that bad? And why? And if it's bad, right? This is the deep state. This is the cabal doing this. Why? I am a nothing. My voice is not heard. My story is not told. So why would the cabal daily for years spend that kind of money, spend that kind of resource, and spend that kind of time? Can anybody give me a logical answer? I'm going to say no. But you see, there's people that are convinced that it's bad, and that's why they're stupid, because they won't open their eyes and ask the question. Now, would it make more sense that because of what I have done that has caused me to be highly shadow banned? Well, we got more. We got more. Oh, yeah. Can I get him in the camera? I'm not seeing him. I'm trying. He's low. Why the hell? He should be in the camera. I mean, he should be in the viewfinder there. He's low. Not as low as the last one. All right, that's bad, right? Bad, bad. It's the deep state, Ethan. That's the deep state. Bad, bad, bad. Really. Couldn't be good, could it? Huh? Couldn't be good. All right, why? Because I prove the scientists are full of shit. I prove the doctors are full of shit. I prove the dentists are full of shit. I prove the politicians are full of shit. I prove and prove and prove. I give the American people a land location for a court of law. Land, air, and water. My mind goes to that was a fuckery. The word law is a cabal fuckery. Because who thinks of land, air, and water when you think of a court of law? It's all legal. Legalese, cabal fuckery. So I gave the American people a land location for a court of law. And I invited all of America to be here. And then using postal mechanics in the judicial process, I called Sheriff Fat Fuckford and his undersheriff Wagon Tails into court. I called Chief of Police Poopy Pants Popa into court. I called Judge Butt Day into court. County Prosecutor Ziggy, Court Clerk Deb Hill, and Postmaster Jennifer Champagne. I call them all into court. I invite America to be here. And the Black Hawk helicopters show up at treetop level with their fucking cannons multiple times. That has to be bad, Ethan. That's bad. That's cabal, motherfucker. Really. For 2 fucking years, this shit goes on day after day after day. And you are convinced that it's bad. You are convinced that it's the cabal. You are convinced there's nothing fucking good about the sky events that are happening here. A year later, I go down to that court and I give authorizations to Michigan Military Command. The next day, I get a Fingers 4 flyover. I didn't record it. I couldn't. It happened so fast. I wasn't ready for it. A little while later, I've been preparing a landing zone because I got all this air traffic here, these military helicopters. I'm thinking I should give them a place to land. So I did. Then I went up on the roof. Put this chair up on the roof. I sat in the chair. Had the tripod set up like this on the roof. I gave authorizations to Michigan Military Command for the use of the landing zone. I end the stream. I shut down the phone. I mean, not power off, but close everything down, right? Phone's in the tripod. Close up the legs on the tripod, get up out of the chair, go over to the ladder, and start climbing down the ladder. I got the tripod with the phone in one hand. That means I got one hand to come down the ladder. And I'm an old man. And I know safety. I know construction safety. I know ladder safety. And I know injury. I don't need no injury. So I can only come down at a certain rate of speed. As I get on the ladder and I'm coming down the ladder, I'm about halfway down. Here comes a jet, a military jet, low and screaming. I got down off that ladder as fast as I could, hit the button, got the camera. Oh, too late, gone. That was an immediate reaction to my authorizations to Michigan Military Command. The Fingers 4 was definitely a reaction to my authorizations to Michigan Military Command. And the VIC happened this summer as I had been working on a landing zone for about 2 months every day, expanding it. They could drop 20, 30 helicopters in here now. Easy. I cleared a shit ton of trees, a lot of debris. And as I'm out there working, and this is getting near completion, here comes the VIC. And I recorded that one. And it's not simply a Vic. It is a prominent Vic and with a sophisticated comm. So you tell me why that's bad. You know it's bad. You're certain it's bad. It has to be bad. It couldn't be good, so I'm not going to stand with you, Ethan. I'm not going to support you, Ethan. I'm not going to promote your content. I'm not going to talk about this with anybody because it's bad. Bad. Well, I say you're wrong. If that's what you think it's bad, I think that you are stupid because you won't open your eyes to see. You won't open your mind to see. If you would open your eyes to see and you would open your mind to see, you might comprehend that I have done something and that this is recognition. What's going on here is recognition. And there's a lot of effort that goes into it. This area up over my head is not a flight path for any motherfucking venue. Not for any commercial airlines, not for any military branch. No. It isn't, and it hasn't been. So why all the traffic? Well, Ethan, because it's the cabal. Yeah, so how do I rank? Huh? How do I rank? If it's the cabal, they'd spend all that fucking energy. Do I seem at all intimidated by it? Do I seem worried by it? Ask yourself why. If it's so terrible, it's so bad, it's so evil, why am I not living in fear? Zero comments. Zero. Who is in fear right now? Is it me or is it you? I lived in fear all my life. All my life, I lived in fear. As most all of you have. And this is what they've done to us. They've poisoned us. We shouldn't be walking around so fearful. We shouldn't be walking around so fucking stupid. So stupid that we know the answers. We think we know the answers. We don't know the answers. Every day I'm trying to figure this shit out. What's going on here in the sky? And how it relates to what's going on in the world. So when information comes forward through multiple channels that there's a global military operation going on and Black Hawk helicopters are showing up here. Other Army helicopters are showing up here. Coast Guard planes are showing up here. Air Force jets are showing up here. birds from other nations and other eras. A 6-engine Soviet-era bird, so big, you park a 747 next to it, it looks like a Cessna. Buzzes my fucking rooftop. When? About 2 years ago, when I operated in the court, when I invited America to be here, when I gave America a land location. What is a huge, ginormous 6-engine bird doing buzzing my rooftop about the same time most military helicopters are here, all within a week's time? It's bad. It's bad, Ethan. It's bad. I'm certain it's bad. That's why you're stupid. Because you're certain it's bad. It couldn't be good. It couldn't be support for the things that I have done, for the way that I stand. Why is there so much book burning of my life? My registered mail, my sovereign contract, deleted from the system, gone. Now false advertising. United States Postal Service advertising that number label created, not yet in the system. Bullshit. Label created, been in the system, been deleted from the system. What about the $1.8 billion funding to rejuvenate gum tissue? Completely wiped from the internet. Oh, after ignoring my science, after ignoring my intellectual property, 1.8 billion funding and failed. What about text messages, Verizon text messages with Birch Street Dental? Wiped from my phone. The list goes on and on and on and on about the book burning. Not there. We could say that is the cabal. And that's certainly a reason for concern. And it's also a reason to call it out. It's a reason to stand up. It's a reason to say what needs to be said and keep saying it and saying it and saying it until somebody will fucking listen. And that they will critically think. And they'll start connecting the dots. And they'll quit being stupid. And then maybe they'll start to get brave. That's what we need. We need to end this insanity, stupidity, and fiction. It has to end. So, what you saw here, yawn. Are you near an airport, Ethan? Yeah, Traverse Airport. Camp Grayling, the largest National Guard base in America. Every year they do live bombing exercises. It goes on day and night and day and night. That's how big that place is. And you can hear the fucking bombs over here. And last November, I think it was November, FEMA moved into an abandoned Air Force base with 350 trucks and trailers. And who talks about that? And why did they do that? Why did they do that when they were needed in Carolina or North Carolina, South Carolina? They were crying for FEMA. The fuck is FEMA doing here in Michigan with all those resources, huh? There's something going on. A global defense war taking down the cabal. And there aren't many like me. And I am being recognized for it. There's no doubt in my mind. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Has there been doubt? Occasionally. But um, I have no doubt that I have the support of the high command of the Global Alliance. And they show me virtually every day. Now, I thought if I was to capture a day's event and people were to watch a day's event, that some of this might start to add up. But for most of you, you can't get there. Hey, Theodore. Theodore's my chip, not mine. He's a chipmunk who lives around here. He's not threatened, so he'll come close and he'll come around for food. And it's cute. The bunnies and the chipmunks and the deer and others. But at any rate, Theodore he distracted me for a minute. He's over here. There he goes, prancing around, happy as can be. He's not worried about this shit. So I've had mouth rinse available now for over a year and a half. Nobody wants it for free. Really? Rejuvenate your lost gum tissue? You don't want that. You like losing your gum tissue. You like, when I say like, I don't necessarily mean you who are one of the 7 people here or any of those who are going to watch this later. Do you really think that people like bleeding gums, receding gums, bad breath, rotting teeth, high dental bills, dental insurance, health insurance, and poor health because of the dental treatment you get? With the ADA, the British Dental Association, the ADA is put together by bar agents. It's run by bar agents. It's operated by bar agents. The ADA is no more American than Hitler. The ADA is more, the American Dental Association is about as American as Hitler. Get that through your fucking heads. The ADA is no more American than Hitler. Prove me wrong. The ADA refuses to look at oral health with cannabis unless a dentist recommends it. Ain't no dentist gonna recommend it because they are pussies and they are selfish. They care about themselves and they keep putting in toxic teeth. 40 million toxic teeth every year. In the 10 years I've been trying to bring this forward, that's 400 million toxic teeth installed in the mouths of Americans. 400 million toxic teeth that poison every second of every minute of every hour of every day. Constant poisoning. And what do I get? For no reason. I mean, I didn't cause a stink at the dentist office. But my two primary care dentists decided no care is what is due me. And the British Dental Association has forced me to live with this fucking toxic tooth here. I could feel the infection in the bone. They forced me to live with this for years. The American Dental Association is about as American as Hitler. And, well, my normie friend here about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, he says, I need to get 2 root canals. Man, it's going to be expensive. It's like, he ain't going to touch oral health with cannabis so that he doesn't need a root canal. He's going to let his gums go, let his teeth go, and then he's going to let the British Dental Association put 2 fucking toxic teeth in his mouth, and he's already suffering some pretty serious health conditions. That ain't smart. No, that ain't smart. And people want to be healthy, but nobody wants oral health with cannabis. As far as I can tell. Not one. I had a guy that wants it. I said, okay, arrange a common carrier pickup. That didn't happen. I can't give it away. I can't give away a seed. I can't give away a joint. I can't give away a plant. I can't give, I could, nothing. I got nothing for sale. I got no t-shirts for sale. I got no hats for sale. I have no business. I've got a fucking United States patent that was extremely hard won because the United States Patent Office examiner in charge of my case was working against me in cahoots with the patent attorney that I had contracted with. For years, they fucked with me, drained me financially, and to a conclusion of final office action from the United States Patent and Trademark Office, patent application denied. And did I cry? Did I walk away? No. I got fucking pissed and I fucking fought and I won that goddamn patent. And what do I get for it? No way to be in business. Not even in the private. I can't go into business in the private because I can't give it away in the private. If I can't give it away in the private, How the fuck am I going to sell it into private? All you smart people, come on. All you smart people, tell me why. I think it's fear. People are afraid to look at themselves in the mirror because they see a fucking pussy. They see a soy boy, skinny jean, pussy. Couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag, a wet paper bag. So here I am with all these amazing health, good health occurrences happening to me. Age spots crusting up and falling off. So, okay. I talked about the fact that for 2 months I have been doing dark chocolate and coffee twice a day. Dr. Lee teaches us from the science that it doubles stem cells. Now, is this fake science? Is this real science? Well, who knows? Because everything has been a lie. They've lied to us about everything. So, how do you know anything is true? How do you know anything is true? You don't. So, you don't until you do. You don't until you do. Now, I still have to say, I don't know. I don't know that dark chocolate and coffee double stem cells. I don't know. But Dr. Lee, I've not seen him discredited. I've not seen him. I've not seen it, and he brings some very interesting things forward. So, what I didn't tell you is that I've been using honey, wildflower honey, with my dark chocolate and my coffee to make a like a hot cocoa, right? Something that's sweet and chocolatey. Now, honey also has health benefits. Um, honey has a lot of nutrients in it, and apparently it is good for skin, good for skin health. Apparently, if you do it every day. But how do you know everything we know? Everything we thought we knew was a lie in some way, shape, or form. So I wanted to make it clear that it for me it's dark chocolate, honey, and coffee. All right. What else have I been doing? I've been doing the pineapple juice for a parasite cleanse. I've been doing that for about 2 months, and that's a couple of swallows in the morning on an empty stomach. Then the coffee, and my first one with the dark chocolate, the honey, and then drink the rest of the pot down. However, there are other things that I have done that I started thinking about today, maybe yesterday, that made me say I need to talk about this a little bit more. Uncle Jack it teaches us about the importance of red light, and there's business people that are selling red light therapy, and one of the things that I hear about red light is that it increases your stem cells, your stem cell production. Well, you get red light from the sun. And you might notice I've got a little bit of a tan. So, for the last couple of months, in addition to the pineapple juice on an empty stomach in the morning, my coffee with dark chocolate and honey twice a day, typically in the morning and then in the early evening. I have been getting good sun therapy. And there's more. I've been very physically active. Doing manly work. Humping around a 15-pound chainsaw. Dropping trees, cutting them up, loading them, hauling them, unloading them, splitting them, stacking them. In addition to everything I did clearing the landing zone. Those trees, the majority of those were burn them on the spot because they're not good for firewood. So I don't want to credit one of those things specifically because I don't know. I don't know. So I can't credit one specifically. But I can say that I had experience with the dark chocolate and the coffee prior to the pineapple juice. And one of the things that I noticed when I started with the pineapple juice was tired. Lethargic, and need for sleep. Well, when you sleep, apparently that's when the body's working its best at repair and rejuvenation. Supposedly, sleep is a healing time for the body. And, but I don't know because every fucking thing they have lied to us about. But if I'm going to listen to anything, I'm going to listen to my body. If my body says, ouch, I'm going to pay attention. Are you going to pay attention? Your body says, ouch. Huh? From anywhere, from head to toe, outside or inside. I think that is the thing to do is to pay attention to the body. The body's talking to you. The body says, sleep. Well, I'm going to listen to the body. I'm not going to um, say, oh, I need energy. I got to drink an energy drink. I got to take some energy medicine. I got to, no. Why? Because I've gone through the most amazing health recovery, healing from 40 chronic conditions, and my health journey continues on. So I'm going to listen to my body. I'm not going to fight it. Body says rest, I'm going to rest. The body says sleep, I'm going to sleep. And so I can, and then I got to think about things. I got to think about this and think about that. And so I, that's what I've done. And I've come to the conclusion that it's the pineapple juice that caused the lethargicness, the tiredness, and the need for more sleep. And what's happened? The two major things is I've been doing physical therapy for my walking, my hips, my knee, everything in my legs, down to my feet, even up to the pelvic bone and the spine. Right, I've been doing physical therapy for a couple of years, seriously, and improvement, and then all of a sudden, major major breakthrough. Not that this is after having major breakthroughs. They got to a point that kind of stayed. Major breakthrough, condition is and stays stable, but not cure. Some jet thunder. I don't think it's coming this way, but it might. I don't think it's coming this way, but it might. So what I, I don't know what to attribute it to other than I think uh, attribute it to the things that I have been doing. And so I think it's important to catalog, categorize, identify what I have been doing that's different. Well, the ability to get the sun for the therapy, for the red light, and any other benefit of the sun isn't available here in Michigan. Uh, October, November, December, January, February, March, even April. But May, June, July, August into September, uh, we can get it. And but you got to go out and get it. You ain't going to get it sitting in the in the recliner or laying down on the couch or curled up in bed. You got to get outside and do it. And um, it's my thinking that most people run from the sun. They run from the heat. They want the air conditioning. They want the shade. Um, they don't want to be getting sweaty and stinky and such. Um, And I'll say, sometimes it is difficult. Being out in the sun like that. But I, the easy way may not be the good way in many situations. So with the physical activity and the sun and the heat, I'm also getting the effects of a sauna because of the perspiration. So there's times my shirt is, well, if you've got a like, I wear a gray shirt quite often. You get a gray shirt wet, you notice the wet spot. It's very evident. And so I'm out there working, and 80% of my shirt is wet. That tells you that's a pretty good sweat going on. When you sweat, you expel toxins, supposedly. You expel metals, supposedly. How do we know? They've lied to us about every damn thing, right? Lied to us about everything. So I can tell you that I've recovered from over 40 chronic conditions, and my health journey continues to be amazing. I've lost, I think, 6 age spots. They crusted up and peeled away, gone. And I don't think they're coming back. Um, I'm trying to think now. What did I say? Did I cover it all for the things that I have done in addition to the pineapple juice and the dark chocolate and the coffee? The physical exercise. I think the physical exercise is also a component. Um, and and all of this with this toxic tooth poisoning me every second of my life. So I'm on a mission for some British Dental Association procedures. Because remember, the American Dental Association is no more American than Hitler. British operatives robbing you, financially raping you, and poisoning you. And they're proud of it. They're fucking proud of it. And not one of them wants to know about oral health with cannabis. Not one. The world over. Because they're pussies. They're selfish and they're greedy. So they're morally bankrupt. And they profit off of your misery. And I bring this forward. I bring as much truth forward as as I have, because somebody needs to. And I don't know any any podcaster, any truther, any news channel that brings you the knowledge and experience that I do. And I say it's a combination of that and the stands I've taken. I've shown you how to contract sovereign through the Post. I've shown you how to have good oral health. I've shown you how to process the cannabis to create the formulations. I charge nothing. I got nothing for sale. I live in poverty. I live in isolation. I do not live in fear. That's over. They fear me. The parasites fear me. And the good people are afraid to stand with me. The good people are afraid to contract with me. The good people are afraid to engage with me. So it's fear, 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 fear. But I don't live in fear. So that's quite a I don't know if paradox is the right word. Contrast might be a good word. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post those 10 videos from yesterday evening, started somewhere in the early 7 o'clock hour and ending early in the 9 o'clock hour. So that's about a 2 hour window. And I know it's very different to watch it on the screen or to see a picture than it is to experience it. I know that. So you should be conscious of that and aware of that as you're watching, that it is very different to experience it versus to see it later. But I'm putting the question to you: why? Why did we get these two birds here in this video? Why? Directly over my head. One of them directly over my head. Why? And so low. What airport are they going to? That was a both of those birds were on a west-northwest trajectory. I'm quite certain they're not going to Traverse City. I'm quite certain of that. You ask yourself why, and see where it gets you, and don't expect to necessarily have a confident knowledge because you decided I'm going to ask myself why. Um, but that could be a starting point for you to start connecting some dots. So I am convinced because of what I experience here, the birds that I have captured where you can see the paint theme of the plane. You can see the design of the plane. And you can't find it in any of the known um, brands worldwide. Can't find it in any of the brands worldwide. At least not yet. Not one of them. Could it be? Yeah. Can I find it? No. Has anybody found it? No. So what is it? Why are these helicopters with markings we've never seen before here? Why are these birds with markings we've never seen before here? Why are they dropping down below a low ceiling so that we can see them? Dropping down below the clouds so we can see them. Why are they putting these trails out that are basically in the sky here only? There's a big sky. We can see over here, no trail. We can see over here, no trail. We can see over there, no trail. Over here, no trail. But right here, time and time again, trail. And on, off, on, off, on, off kind of stuff. Xing, Ving, you name it. Every day different for 2 years. Why? It's bad, Ethan. It's bad. It's the cabal. It's the deep state, and they're fucking with you. Ooh, I'm so scared. I don't think so. I think that it is support being shown coming from high command of the global military operation. And I want to know. I want to know. And I'm convinced that this landing zone here is going to see military action, because this is the first sovereign military installation, first sovereign military post in my lifetime, and probably in generations. I have the standing, the jurisdiction, and the authority. I have the science, I have the stand, I have the position. And I stand alone. So, well, I'll take a look and see, do we have any comments? Live chat on, what is this? Is this YouTube or Rumble? That's Rumble. No comments. I'll go check YouTube just to see if there's any comments in YouTube. Come on, ScrewTube. Do. Oh, yes. Well, how come they're not showing up in Rumble? Big Stank says howdy. Then it says this message is held for review. Big Stank says every fucking doctor Show hide. I'm going to say show. What? Every fucking doctor, dentist, nurse, teacher, college gurus. They're hitting you with frequencies. Corporate beta males. Apricot kernels are great also. Oh yeah, apricot. Casual Mining says freshwater pearl powder and dragon's blood toothpaste. That's a new one. And Big Stank says great news. Great Stank, Big Stank, great to see you here. I hope you're doing well, bro. Now, how come these are not coming in Rumble? Okay, so this is a learning curve for me. I'm thinking that if the comments come in the live chat on Rumble, they're going to show in YouTube. But if they come in YouTube, they're not going to show in the live chat on Rumble. So we are together live Rumble, live YouTube. So all right, I'm going to check. I'll check comments here. Oh, well, look at this. All right, so we've got all the same. Well, not all the same. Looks like most of it. We got most. Root canals are deadly. They let the toxins into the bloodstream. According to Dr. Thomas Levy, a molar that it has a root canal. The immense pressure from chewing on a molar is more effective at delivering the toxins into your lymphatic system than a syringe. More effective at delivering the toxins into your lymphatic system than a syringe. The British Dental Association. And what does a doctor do? Huh? What happens when you go for a physical to your MD, your poison control expert? These motherfuckers that don't know shit about health, but they know about poison because they prescribe poison. They get paid to prescribe poison. They poison you because of your toxic conditions, and they call that treatment. They don't cure. I have recovered from 40 fucking chronic conditions without a doctor, without a therapist. I recovered because I stay away from them fuckers. So, it's really sick. It's really, really sick. All right. I've covered the live chat comments. Big Stank, love you, bro. Those of you who are here, that's awesome. I hope you got something out of this. And for all you who are going to watch it later, love you. Love you, love you. And it'll take a little bit of time, but over on Rumble, you'll see yesterday evening's Sky events. And it's incredible. And because there were times I hit the end button and then very shortly after, hit the start button to make another video, I was able to add some commentary to the previous video to kind of give a little bit more information and connect the dots. So as you go through those videos, you know, in addition to what you see, you're going to get a little bit of commentary. And this is something that I'm working towards. I want a video editing program for dummies. I want a video editing program that I can operate. And I have searched and searched, and I haven't been able to get there. And nobody's reached out to take me by the hand and lead me that way. So we'll get along with what we got. So with that, I'm going to autograph out of here. Wish you all the best, and I'll be back soon enough. You can count on it.